Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with a brand new video, and today I'm back with another 4K and Blu-ray haul. Over the past few weeks I've picked up a few titles, as some of them were on offer. I've also picked up a steelbook, some Blu-rays, and also a really nice 4K steelbook, as well as also got a title that was kindly sent to me to talk about on the channel. So there's quite a little haul here to talk about, so that's more than enough waffling, and let's get into it. So, greetings everybody, hope you're all doing well and keeping safe, and thank you for joining me for another video. And as I said in the intro, today I'm going to be doing a 4K and Blu-ray haul, showing off some of the titles that I've picked up over the past few weeks, and I've also got another title to show off that was kindly sent to me by a PR company. So that's more than enough waffling. Let's dive right into things and look at the first item that I picked up, or the first film I picked up. I actually picked this one up about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I actually forgot to show it in the video. And it is a H&V premium collection, and a lot of them, I think mostly the Warner Brothers ones, have now been reduced to like $4.99. They are clearing them out and replacing them with the thin case versions with none of the slip covers or the little extras, and still charging 15 quid. Shrinkflation at its finest. But there's still some stray little Warner Brothers archives, or should I say premium collections, doing the rounds, and this was one of them. And it's called Looker, starring James Coburn and Albert Finney. Don't really know too much about the film, but I quite like the artwork on the front cover, and I thought for $4.99, it's worth a pick up. So yeah, the perfect looks and a perfect excuse for murder. That TV advert actress is so seductive, she could sell you anything. She only a computer-generated illusion. What about the real beauty who was the computer model? Sorry, you can't meet her. She and others like her have been murdered. Writer and director Michael Crichton from ER, awesome, reaches into his brain-teasing bag of tricks for a mesmerizing thriller full of unfriendly persuasion generated by high-tech trickery. Albert Finney stars as Beverly Hills plastic surgeon whose supermodel clients start dying mysteriously. Susan Day plays his latest patient, also now in peril, and James Coburn is the head of research facility which has developed a subtle, hypnotic way to sell things. Take a good look at the sleek, chic, scary looker. There's a lot more than meets the eye. That actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think I remember reading the back of this and thought, this sounds really quite cool and pretty apt of the moment with like AI and all that stuff. So yeah, you do get some special features here. You get an introduction and commentary by Michael Crichton, deleted scenes as used in the network television version, and a theatrical trailer. It's a pretty short film at only 93 minutes, and it's only 12 plus, which surprised me. But very happy to have that in the collection. Looking forward to watching that one. That sounds like a really cool watch. Came out in 1981, and it's spy number 114, so that is pretty cool. I'm assuming you get art card. Yeah, you do. You get art cards and a poster with this one. Earlier ones you used to get like an extra DVD with it, and even booklets. I know like the Casablanca one came with a substantial booklet. So yeah, that is Looker for $4.99. Yeah, next up, got another film that was kindly sent to me by AIM Publicity, and this is a 101 release from 101 Films. Big fan of that label. They do a great selection of independent and cult films. And this one is a film that came out last year, and it's a British film. Never heard of it, and that's Derelict. So the story of this follows a woman called Abigail as her father is brutally murdered by this guy, and this guy gets released from prison. So is going to go on a brutal quest for revenge, and it also follows another person called Matt, who is the brother of this murderer, and how his life has been disrupted by his brother's horrible deeds. And Abigail's and Matt's life intertwine because of obviously what his brother's done to her father. And it's a really cool little dark film about revenge. It's really coolly shot. There's a lot of scenes here that are in black and white. There is a sort of element of art house here, but honestly, it's a really good film. Very tense, superb acting. I've had a look at some of the actors and their IMDb's, and to be honest, I haven't heard of any of them, but they all do a wonderful job here, especially the leading lady who plays Abigail. She is relentless and very well delivers the lines perfectly. It's a really cool film and I very much enjoyed it. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, I think, so a little bit of a lengthy film, but it didn't outstay its welcome. I was firmly gripped from beginning to end. Very brutal, fantastic script, and again, if you like those sort of Shane Meadow films, you're gonna love this. You do get some special features here. Invisible Basketball, The Making of Derelict, The Petting Zoo, a short film by Virginie Survivor. Completely butchered her name. No Easy Answer video essay. Shadow of My Bones by Mike Hoskins, original song music video. Deleted scenes, trailers, and there's also a reversible artwork. You get 155 minutes worth of special features here, so it's a pretty packed release. So here is the alternative artwork. Great stuff. I actually really like that. I think that's cool. And here is the artwork on the disc, same as what's on the front cover. But yeah, this is a really cool little hidden gem. Never heard of this film before, so it's won a lot of awards. It actually was at Fright Fest as well last year, so that's cool. But yeah, if you are into really cool dramas, then check out Derelict. Fantastic little film, highly recommended. So thanks ever so much to AIM Publicity for sending this over. And as I said, this is available now from all good physical media stockers, so I'll leave a link in the description down below. So next up is a film that was kindly sent to me by Signature Entertainment, and it's a remake of a kind of cult classic from the 1980s, and that's the remake of Red Sonja. Yes, the original one starring Bridget Nielsen and Arnie as not Conan but Conan was... I've seen that a couple of times, and I remember it being an enjoyable time to watch. It was fine, if unspectacular. Definitely nothing compared to the Conan films, but I always remember it being on like ITV4 on a Saturday night, and it was like a solid time based on like the comics and all that. But yeah, this remake of Red Sonja has been in the works for quite a while now. I think well over a decade, and they've had many different people in the role looking to play. I think Anna de Armas was at one time looked for it, and also Amber Heard, and you know how that went. I was quite intrigued to see how this one went because the first one was just fine, and this one could have the potential to be something pretty cool. And for the most part, it's okay. I think the lady here who plays Red Sonja is actually pretty darn good, and she does look the part. She does pull off some stunts pretty well. The film, for a budget film, it was made on like a pretty small budget of I think like 10 to 15, maybe 20 million dollars. It looks pretty good. The CGI is fine. The acting's pretty good. The biggest issue I have with the film is that the story's pretty lame and the script isn't great. So yeah, the biggest issue here is the story and the script. The story here feels pretty weak and the script isn't the greatest. The guy who plays the villain kind of comes off a bit lame and kind of pathetic. There's a plot twist partway through the film near the end involving his character, and honestly you could see it a mile off. There is some decent action here, and as I said, it looks pretty good for a film that cost next to nothing in Hollywood terms. Yeah, is it as good as the original? I'm not even comparing it with the original. It's a fine time, and if you like your sword and sandal stuff, then it's worth checking out. But yeah, Red Sonja is available now from all good physical media stockers on Blu-ray and DVD. So yeah, if this is your sort of thing, then be sure to go and check it out. But yeah, available now from all good physical media stockers, and thanks ever so much to Signature Entertainment for sending that over for me to check out and talk about on the channel. Next up is a film that I did watch at the start of the year and I absolutely loved it, and I thought, yeah, this is going to be my film of the year. And I was thinking after watching some other films, well, maybe it might not be, but on a rewatch, yeah, definitely is. I picked up the 4K steelbook for it from Amazon Italy. They had it for about 25 quid, which wasn't too bad, and it is Sinners. So the only thing that's obviously in Italian is like the J slip. It's all in Italian, but that doesn't really matter. The special features are actually in English, so, well, written on the back in English, but I thought for the longest time, shall I just get the 4K with the slipcover? But I thought, nah, I'll get the steelbook because it was around about the same price, and it is a brilliant film. So yeah, I really do like the simplistic artwork here of Anthony B. Jordan here, like protecting the bar with the doors, and obviously Sinners there. Works great. Yeah, all indented as well. There's your spine. Back's a wee bit bland. It would have been cool if they had the guitar on the back or something. And inside you've obviously got the two characters he plays, but the guitar is actually on the discs, which is a really nice touch. If you've seen the film, you know this part of the guitar plays a very important part near the end of the film. But yeah, and it's got its Italian name there, I Practori. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean sinners in Italian? But for 25 quid, I'm very happy to have that in the collection. Incredible film. Rewatching it just cemented it as an incredible film. I got a lot more out of it on the second time. There's many little things I picked up. I like the way how, as the dialogue intensifies, so does the music. The music is incredible here. The 4K picture quality is outstanding. There's a lot of IMAX scenes here, and they're absolutely jaw-dropping. Anthony B. Jordan is incredible here, as is all the cast here. There's a woman here who plays his partner, and she's in Deadpool and Wolverine, and she's in Loki as one of the police officers. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of her, but here she's brilliant. Haley Steinfeld's great here, and the young lad, the young guy here is brilliant. Can't remember what his name is now, but he's kind of our main character and kind of isn't, but he's brilliant as well. And this is his first acting role from what I gather, and he's incredible. Fantastic film, definitely my favourite of the year, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon unless something truly special comes out. Sinners is like a 5 out of 5 masterpiece for me. I absolutely loved it and enjoyed it the second time round. And to be honest, after watching it the second time, I was like, I want to watch it again. So I probably will end up watching it again quite soon. And to be honest, there hasn't been a film that's come out since Top Gun Maverick that I want to rewatch again. So to be honest, for me, for the top films of this decade, Top Gun and Sinners for me. Next up is a couple of 4Ks that were on offer on HMV. Big fan of this franchise, or series should I say. Got the big Sean Connery box set, and the Daniel Craig films were actually on offer for $9.99, so I picked up a couple. I did pick up Skyfall a few months ago because they had that for like 10 quid, but now all the other ones are on offer, so I picked up Casino Royale. Brilliant film. It's also got the extended cut, which I don't think I've actually seen, and the extended cut is on 4K, which is brilliant. The only issue here is there's no slip covers, and the slip covers for these versions of the Bond films look amazing, so I'm a bit disappointed that I couldn't find any slip covers. I could have ordered it from HMV online, but then it probably wouldn't have got a slip cover. Seems like I'm going to have to go and have a look on the eBays to try and find a slip cover, because it would be nice to have them all with slips, because they are really nice slips. But yeah, very happy to have this in the collection. Very good Bond film. Got Mads Mikkelsen here, Eva Green. So, kicking Bond back into the 2000s with style. Taking inspiration from the Bourne films. Whilst I do prefer Skyfall, I can get why people would say this is the best modern Bond film. And you can ask me the day, one day I'll say this is better, one day I'll say Skyfall's better, but both are brilliant, and very happy to get this on 4K, especially for 10 quid. Next up is his fourth outing as Bond, and to be honest, I wasn't a huge one on this one. I think this one probably might be his weakest one. It's definitely the most boring one, and you kind of feel like Craig's just done at this point. I mean, I think pretty much before this film came out, he was saying like, oh, I'm done with it. If I'm doing it again, it's only for the money. But yeah, it kind of felt like he was reining it in a bit. The story was a bit dull. The plot twist at the end was just a straight out of Austin Powers 3. Yeah, it wasn't great, but it is Spectre. I remember the start of the film being pretty good with the Day of the Dead festival. I really liked that, but everything else kind of took a nosedive. I remember Dave Bautista was in this, and he was pretty good. The less said about the music number by Sam Smith, the better. Absolutely awful. But yeah, not really much I can take away from this film. I've only seen it twice, so I probably do need to watch it again, but I just felt like it was so dull and didn't really have much to go about it. There was a couple of cool set pieces here and there, and obviously the new Aston Martin at the time was great, but I wasn't even huge on Leia Sadu. I thought she was a bit so-so, and again, with No Time to Die, I didn't like her character at all. So yeah, unfortunately didn't get a slip cover with that one, which is a shame, but I do have my Blu-ray slip cover, so I've been putting that on there. So that's to make do for the time being, though it would be nice to actually have the film with the nice 4K slipcover. I do need to get No Time to Die and also Quantum of Solace. And Quantum of Solace, I'm most looking forward to rewatching. I do think like that film is a very troubled film. Like obviously there was the writers' strike and all that stuff going back on then. But I think because it's quite a short Bond, I think it's the shortest Bond film. It could be pretty fun. I've heard a lot of people say if you watch it straight after Casino Royale, it's a much more better film. So I might try that. Apparently, if you watch No Time to Die straight after Spectre, Spectre's a better film. I'm not spending 6 hours nearly watching them two films back to back. Dear me. But anyway, there's more Bonds to add to the 4K Bond collection. Hopefully we'll get the Roger Moore, the George Lazenby and everybody else on 4K soon to join up with the collection. Really looking forward to the Roger Moores on 4K and on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Hopefully they'll come sooner rather than later. But anyway, this is a film that was sent to me kindly by Nige from Rock Gold 2004. Link in the description, so go and subscribe to him and give him some love. But yeah, we had a bit of a swap see. He's been looking for Sinners with a Slip, so my local H&V had one, so I got it for him and sent it over to him. So he got his slipcover one and got me this. So yeah, he'd been looking for Sinners with the Slip, and my local H&B had one in, so I got him it, sent it over, and he sent me this over in return. He said, "Oh, what did you want for it?" And I just said this. So yeah, been wanting to watch this film for a very long time. I've heard it's really cool, a creepy. So yeah, now I've just been wanting to get Sinners with a Slip for ages, and my local H&B actually had one left, so I picked it up and sent it to him, and then I got myself a 4K of it because I was like, oh, I want to watch it now, and then he kindly sent over this for me from Amazon. So thanks ever so much, Nige, for doing that, and as I said, links in the description down below. Give him some love. Great guy. Certainly deserves a subscription. Wonderful channel, very funny, very informative, and if you love your horror films, he's the guy to check out. And obviously a big Jaws fan. But what am I saying? Most of you who are watching this video probably are already subscribed to him already. But anyway, Cure is a film that I've been wanting to watch for a very, very long time. It sounded like a really cool premise. So yeah, this Japanese horror thriller directed by Kiya Shui Kurosawa, who would go on to make Pulse, which I quite enjoyed. But yeah, this is like a murder mystery film where like ordinary everyday people commit really horrendous murders out of nowhere, out of character, and there's no real reason why they're doing it, bar like a X like tattooed on them. Don't really know too much about the film bar that, but I've heard it's really cool, really creepy, and got a fantastic story. I know Bong Joon-ho, who did Memories of Murder and Parasite, is a big fan of this film, and I know people who've seen it have really like rant and raved how brilliant it is, so I cannot wait to check it out. Came out in 97, and you do get a slew of special features here, so really looking forward to checking this one out. Didn't know Eureka did 4Ks. I know they, correction, yeah, they did do the police stories, but very happy to have this in the collection, and thanks ever so much, Nige, for sending this over. So next up is a film but I've heard of in passing, but I've never seen, and this is my partner's Amy's one of her favourite films, so she picked up Tokyo Story. She's always talked about this one, and we've seen it in H&V. She's like, oh, gotta pick it up. So here we go, Tokyo Story. I don't really know too much about this film whatsoever. All I know is that she is a big fan of this film, and she says it's quite a beautiful film. Yes, constant fixture and critic polls. Tokyo Story is Uzo's most enduring masterpiece. I can't read it because the sticker's in the way. Hang on a minute. So here we go. Constant fixture and critic polls. Tokyo Story is a most endearing masterpiece and a beautifully nuanced exploration of fatally duty, expectation and regret. From the simple tale of an elderly couple visiting their grown-up children in Tokyo, Ozu draws a complete constant between the measured dignity of age and the hurried insensitivity of younger generations. Also included here is Uzo's incentive satire Brother and Sisters of the Turner Family from 41, which explores similar themes as following the death of her husband. Mrs. Toda and her youngest daughter receive a frosty reception from extended family. So it's a year with no content to offend or harm. Brilliant. And it's 136 minutes. So yeah, it doesn't really reveal too much from the back of it, but it's a BFI release. They do a wonderful job with some of this stuff. I know their Akira Kurosawa stuff is fantastic. I know watching one of his films the other week, was it The Hidden Fortress? Well, it's the Macbeth one, and that was superb. That was the 4K picture quality was incredible. And you do get a slew of special features as well. So that is Tokyo Story. For some reason in HMV this was unsealed, so they put it in a little jiffy bag. Okay, so but the disc's fine, so that's fair enough. And the final film that Amy also picked up is a film that is also one of her favourite films of all time. And I have seen this many years ago. I watched this as a kid and I was like, what the heck is this? But it is David Lynch's Eraserhead. What is this film? It is absolutely completely out there. It's in a world of its own, visually creative and stunning from the opening of it to the horrific designs of some of the things that happened in this film. This is a mad trip indeed. This guy here, the main character, this is just how he looks constantly throughout the whole film. It's so surreal. The black and white of it just adds to it. It's got a lot of charm to it. What is the story about? I haven't really got a clue, and I don't think you're supposed to. I think that you can look at it in many different ways. It's like a sort of the insanity of modern life, how it's affects people, lack of sleep, parenting, all sorts of stuff. You could say it is a brilliant film, superbly directed. His first film, isn't it? But yeah, it was really sad when David Lynch passed away, and what a fantastic film. I always thought for the longest time that this was available on 4K, but it isn't. It's just a Blu-ray. But the Blu-ray picture quality here is absolutely exquisite. David Lynch went on to do so many other wonderful films like yeah, David Lynch went on to do so many wonderful films like The Elephant Man, which is incredible and heartbreaking, to Dune, which is an acquired taste to probably my favourite film of him, his Blue Velvet, and he also did Wild at Heart as well, which is a crazy ride. He also did a Disney film as well called The Straight Story, which I haven't seen, and obviously probably his magnum opus bar this is Twin Peaks. What a fantastic show that is. But yeah, there's a few other David Lynch stuff I haven't seen. I still haven't seen Inland Empire and Mulholland Drive. But his legacy is cemented as one of the most creative and influential directors of all time. And that was blooming sad when he passed away earlier this year. But yeah, fantastic film. You do get a cool little booklet in this one as well. I think this is a re-release because there was a bigger one that they did a few years ago. But so anyway, you do get this creepy figure. I really dug his design in this. I thought it was amazing. So yeah, and then you've got your disc there, and the moon, or whatever it is, and then you've got your little booklet full of essays and behind the scenes stuff. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. So yeah, that's Eraserhead, a mesmerizing experience that you cannot describe. So yeah. So anyway, that'll do it for today. That's everything that I've picked up over the past couple of weeks and also got sent to me. So for recap, got Eraserhead on Blu-ray by Criterion, Tokyo Story by BFI, Cure, that was kindly sent to me by Nige from Rockcod 2004, so link in the description, go and subscribe to him. The Fantastic Sinners 4K Steelbook, I need to get a Steelbook protector for that. Spectre 4K with a Blu-ray slipcover, though I need the 4K slipcover for that. Casino Royale 4K, and also need the slipcover for that. Red Sonja, that was kindly sent to me by Signature Entertainment. That is available now from all good physical media stockers, so I'll leave a link in the description down below to where you can pick up that. And also we've got Derelict as well from 101 Films, which I'll leave the link in the description down below. And also HMV Premium Collection of Looker from 1981. So anyway, that's everything that I've picked up over the past week or two. Tell me what you think of those films, those pickups in the comment section down below. And what have you been watching and picked up recently? Tell me all in the comment section down below, and we'll have a great chat about all things movies. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. You stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.